Hey guys, this is Eve with Scrapbooking with me. And do you ever have those times when you're sitting at your desk and you'd like to write somebody a little note to maybe, like me, slip in their package when they order something, or just to write a note to a coworker, whatever? Well, I do all the time. And so I saw on Pinterest a little monogrammed note card stand that just stands on your desk, and I thought I would try to make one. I actually watched a YouTube video on this last night, but you know me, I can't remember who it was that I watched. I'll find her link and put it in the description bar below. Alright, so first off, let me lay that aside. I went ahead and cut my pieces. So you're going to need two pieces of, you need one cardstock and then one that you want to do for your pretty front. The back piece is 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, and then the mat is 4 by 6. So you need those two pieces, and I'm going to round my corners. Yes, I started to say if I can find my corner rounder. So I'm going to round my corners. I have lots of people ask me where I got this little corner rounder. I got it at Walmart years ago. I think it was $1. It was just one of those little things that you pick up when you're going through. I have my big corner rounder, but I like this one when I can just grab it quick. It was really inexpensive, and it does the job very well. I don't know if they even have them anymore. Alright, and then we're going to use, like I said, this is craft cardstock. This paper is from one of the new Bo Bunny lines, and this is, we have this in the shop. This is the Bo Bunny Butterfly Kisses. I absolutely love this paper. Look at the little jars that it has. This is a sample of all the paper that it has in the kit, and this is the collection pack. It's absolutely beautiful. Love these colors together. So if you want some of this, the link to the shop is below. Alright, we're going to go ahead and glue these two pieces together. And I am using the floral side. I love both sides of the paper, but on this one can't use both sides, so I'll use the other side on something else. I'm just using my art glitter glue to put this down. Let's see which way's right side up. And just center it in the middle. Just like that. Okay, and then you can lay that one aside. And then you're going to need a piece that is 3 1/2. Let me make sure this one's the piece. Yes, 3 1/2 by 11. And you're going to put that piece in your scoreboard with the 11-inch side across here. You're going to score at 4, 5 1/4, 6 1/2, and 10 1/2. Just go ahead and lay that one aside. This is your pouch piece, and it is 7 1/4 by 3 1/4. You're going to put it in your scoreboard with the 7 1/4 piece at the top. You're going to score at 3 1/4, 3 1/2, 6 3/4, and 7. Then you're going to rotate it, and you're going to score at 2 3/4 by 3. Okay, and that's all the scoring that you need to do. So we'll put that away. Now we need to get rid of some of these pieces at the bottom because we don't need them. So you're going to cut off these 4 little squares right here. So once you take these out, then what you're going to do is come down to that next score line right there. You're going to cut up on it, and then you're going to take out all of this all the way down. You don't need any of this. So you're going to take out all of that. So you're going to have a piece that looks like that. Okay. So now I think we are ready to do some reinforcing of our score lines. Okay, now before you start putting this piece together, what we want to do is put down our mat on the front. This mat is cut at 3 by 2.5. So we're going to put that right there in between those score lines. Okay, just like that. And now we're going to need some sticky tape on some of these so that we can put this together. And I call this sticky tape because this is actually not score tape. This is just some of the other tape that I'm trying to use up that we used to carry. We don't anymore because it's not quite as sticky as score tape, so we don't carry it any longer. So you're going to put your score tape right there, and then you're going to go ahead, and I am going to use score tape on this. You're going to go ahead and put some score tape on there, put one piece there, and one piece there. And then I like to run a little piece this way and a little piece this way. And that just ensures that all sides stick down on that, because this is going to hold your note cards. So we're going to do that, and then we'll go ahead and put this together. Go ahead and pull the backing off your score tape, and then I lay my corners in like that. I go ahead and kind of put them together like that. They're wanting to be aggravating with me this morning. And that just kind of builds your little corner up there. And then all you need to do is take this and fold it in. Make sure that it's right on that line, on that score line, so it makes a cute little box. Just like that. So see, it made our little pouch. All of our corners are together. So there's your pouch to put your note cards in. And now we're going to go back to this, and we're going to do some folding on this. This is the piece that we scored a few moments ago. Now on this one, you're going to do mountain, valley, or in other words, a W, like that. Okay, because that's going to be your stand that's going to stand that up. So go ahead and reinforce those score lines. And then we're going to put a piece of score tape right across here, because this is actually going to come together just like that. So put a piece across like this. Once you have your piece of score tape across here, all you need to do is peel that backing off. Then you're going to bring this up, and you're going to put these together. Just like that. So see, that makes your little easel stand. Excuse me. And then this is going to stand on there just like that. But first we're going to put this on. This is going to hold our note cards. So we're going to put this little pouch on there. Take the score tape off the back. Not the score tape, but the backing. And then you're just going to center this up just about a ½ inch all the way around. Just like that. And then I just run my scoring tool, my bone folder in there, and press that down. So there's your little pouch, and then this goes on there just like that. So we're going to actually just put some score tape on here. And now just sit this down on the table and just kind of line it up So there's your little easel stand. And now all we need is our note cards to put inside here. And I just used some cardstock, heavy cardstock, to make my note cards out of. And these are 3x5. And we're going to do a little bit of stamping on the top of these just to make it personalized. And I do have my little monogrammed E that we're going to do. And I'm probably just going to stamp one or two and then go from there, because you guys know how to do your stamping, so you don't need me to show you. So I just kind of lay it on my mat, and I'm going to move it down a little bit so that I can kind of get my head over it. I'm going to put my monogram in the best to the center that I can and close to the top. That gives me plenty of room to write. There we go. That's cute. And I'm just using some tumbled glass ink. So we'll do one more. See if we can get it on there. And this little monogram was a gift to me by a Stampin' Up! Dealer a long time ago. This is my Fiskars stamping tool. Love it. It works very, very well. And as long as I remember to line my little grids up, normally I get the same exact stamp, just like that. These will slide right down in there, just like that. Isn't that pretty? And now I think I'm going to put a little bit of ribbon across here. Now I actually should have put my ribbon on before I did put my little box on there so it would run around, but I'm not going to stress over that. I am just going to put it down just like this, and I'm just going to use a little bit of my art glitter glue on the ends because this does dry clear. So I'm going to put a little bit right there and a little bit right there. I'm going to put this down here close to the bottom. And I just cut a piece of ribbon that was the same width as this right here. Now we're just going to take a scrap piece of that paper and our old flower punch. You can see how old it is by it not wanting to punch good. And a piece of that white. And we're going to punch out a couple of flowers. I'm going to curl the ends of these up just a little bit to make it look a little bit more like a flower, so it won't be so flat. Give it a little bit of dimension. And we're going to offset these, so I may need to curl this one a little bit more, but before I do, I'm going to use my dried marigold, and I'm going to just tip the edges of this one a little bit. Give it a little bit of color so it doesn't look so stark white. Okay. And then I think I'm going to curl the edges just a little bit more. And I just put my paintbrush on there and I just roll that flower around it. And then we're going to put that in there just like that. I'm only putting glue on the center of the flower. And then we're going to offset those petals just like that. And I think for the center of the flower, I'm just going to use this and put in there. And I'm just going to put it on with a glue dot. So there you go. That is it. Our monogram note cards. It can sit on my desk. I can just grab a note card out, write a note to a customer, and it is done. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. And also, if you make this, please share it on our members room so that you can be entered to win the $15 gift certificate. We will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.